Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, Canelo Alvarez just did an interview with TV Azteca. Shout out to them. And he basically was speaking and maintaining what Oscar said, what he said in previous interviews, like he did one with ESPN Deportes, and that is his team has offered Gennady Golovkin a significant offer, and it's up to Golovkin and his side to accept that offer. But it's more than fair. It's a legit offer. It's not something that they knew he would turn down, and he wants more than what he's worth. That's basically what he said. So I'm going to read the pull quote, and I want to give my thoughts on it. Canelo says, "This is the idea, to fight Golovkin after I beat Chavez Jr. We already offered him an offer to take the fight, but opponents are always looking for a lot more than they deserve. They are always looking for more money than anything. And then, of course, this complicates things, but we made an offer, so it's up to him, Gennady Golovkin, to accept. And we'll make this fight this year." That's coming from Canelo Alvarez. So I just want to touch on it. First of all, they both have fights coming up, right? And I don't think either guy has, shout out to both of them, I don't think either guy took a soft touch like this. Neither one is a tune-up fight. Like people say, I've already made the video. I'm not going to keep saying this, but I did the 7 reasons video. 7 reasons why Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is a tougher fight for Canelo, or he's not easy work, basically. That's the title of the video. And I do think it's a tougher fight than some people are copping to in the comment section. They're just acting like Canelo's going to blow him out. Now, if he does, then that's a testament to how good Canelo is, you know what I mean, and how much he's improved. I don't see that. I don't see it being a blowout where it's just a one-sided massacre, i.e. Angulo. Like when he fought Perro Angulo, there was no competition. From round 1, Canelo started bombing on Angulo. Bah, bah, bah. Hitting him with every he was getting creative as shit with the punches. You know what I mean? And Angulo didn't really have any moments, to me, in that fight. I mean, look at the corner. Virgil Hunter, who was training Angulo at the time, he was like, "You want me to stop this?" And Angulo was like, "No." So, I mean, that tells you how the fight was looking, because why would your corner threaten to stop it if you were having some success or, you know what I mean, doing all right for yourself? So that wasn't the case. I don't see it being an Angulo style fight. Mainly, it's not even that Chavez Jr. is necessarily so much different than Angulo. Neither one has defense. Neither one of them is slick with great lateral movement. But the biggest difference is the size differential. And Chavez Jr. has never been stopped with a headshot. He got stopped to the body by Fanfara, but that's different. Shout out to my dude Fanfara. I just met him at Virgil's the other day. Big dude. He was grinding in there. He's fighting Chad Dawson on the Danny Garcia undercard, along with my dude Mario Barrios, who has a fight, and I did an interview with him. So all that stuff is coming. I'm working hard for you guys. But back to the Chavez fight, I don't think that's an easy fight for Canelo, especially moving up. If they were naturally, both have been competing at 164, like if 164.5 was 155 Canelo weight, where Canelo had like 5 fights in, you know what I mean, then that'd be something different. But it's not. He's moving up. He's giving up or moving up more than 10 pounds. Tough fight. Obviously, Golovkin's fighting the number 2 person, another person who's out in the Bay. I'm going to try to get with him, answer some questions for you guys. That's Danny Jacobs, the Miracle Man. He's taller than Golovkin. He has power like Golovkin. And, you know what I mean, those are probably the 2 biggest punchers or close to it in the middleweight division. It's not an easy go. So that's for starters. They both have to get past that. And I do know I don't know who I'm picking on either of those fights, but I do give any of those 4 people have a shot. Game planning, strategy, the type of shape you come in, your mental dexterity, those are all going to be pertinent in a fight like that. Those could be some grueling fights, or fights where someone has to make some adjustments. That's just how I see it. So at this point, when Canelo's fighting Amir Khan and Liam Smith, it's easy to look forward to the Triple G fight. You know what I mean? Because not many people thought Canelo would lose to either of those guys. But Chavez Jr., that's a different fight. It's a tougher fight. It's a different weight. And I think he really genuinely wants to see how he does at the weight, how he feels, how his body feels. And he, like I said, Canelo fighting Chavez Jr., he's big, but he doesn't have the technique of Golovkin. So Chavez Jr., he still has a chance in there, but he's not as precise, and he's not as consistent, and he's not as, I don't know the word, dedicated with his style. Like Golovkin, he's extremely comfortable with what he does well, right? And that's namely his offense, cutting off the ring, putting a crazy pressure, accurate shots, you know what I mean? Accurate combinations, stuff like that. He's extremely comfortable. Chavez Jr., you know what I mean? Sometimes he's great and sometimes he doesn't look great, you know what I'm saying? So it's better to test that style. Golovkin is the SAT. Chavez is just a regular test that you have in school, you know what I mean? And then I would say Golovkin stylistically, since Golovkin and Chavez Jr. are both offensive-minded fighters that are aggressive, put some punches together, good body punchers, both of them, I would say Golovkin is the more advanced, the more comfortable, more consistent. So he would be the SAT test versus the regular test that you take in class, because he's more familiar with his style and what he wants to do in there. And he's consistently doing it. You don't just knock out 24 people in a row, even if your competition is not the greatest, which it isn't. But obviously, if he beats Danny Jacobs, that's huge. Pause. But you just still don't knock out 24 people. Like, it's the way it goes. Some people are tough. So he's extremely effective with what he does well, which is namely his offense. So now, I mean, you can't look too much to the Canelo Triple G fight. It's a fight I definitely want to see. However, they both have certain roadblocks that they have to, you know what I mean, comfortably get past. Even in getting past, what if they both go through a hellish fight? You know what I mean? I don't think either one, like, let's say Danny, hypothetically, this is all hypothetically because we're dealing with power here. So I know a lot of people get mad. Oh no, Danny can't do that. But whatever. I watch boxing. Danny has power. And if, I don't think Golovkin would be dumb enough to do this, but if he was letting free shots fly like he allegedly did with Kell Brook and Willie Monroe Jr., he'll be on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? That's just, Danny Jacobs is not for play. Like, if he's landing flush, I don't care. Size for size, if you're getting hit flush with money shots with the person's best punch, I think your brain can only take, you could tuck your chin and all that, but your head can only take a certain amount of blunt force trauma. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So I don't think Golovkin would come out reckless. Like, you know what I mean? I think he was mindful of David Lemieux's power early. You know what I mean? He was like setting it up and working behind the jab. So I really see him fighting a taller fighter closer to David Lemieux, how he did that. You know what I mean? But hypothetically, if Golovkin is letting free shots fly and gets hit with something, things could happen. So let's say Danny Jacobs knocked him down or nearly knocked him, buckled him or whatever, and Golovkin later stops him, then that's still a tough fight. So is he going to want to fight Canelo if he gets banged up and gets his bell rung? Is he going to want to fight him next? You don't know. Same thing with Canelo. If Canelo's fighting Chavez Jr. and wins, but it's like a all-out war where he's like super fatigued and trying to keep this big dude off of him, like, is he going to want to fight Golovkin right after that? We don't know. Those are things. So it's really all eyes on March 18th and May 6th to see what those fights are looking like before anyone should really be thinking about Canelo Triple G. As far as the offer, I don't know. I don't even care at this point. The $10 to $15 million flat rate, it is what it is. You guys can argue that in the comment section. I just want to see this shit. I don't want to keep going back and forth and, you know what I mean, Mayweather Pacquiao all over again, where we have to wait and the blame game and just argue amongst each other in the comment section on who's the better fighter and who would win. That's old. I'm trying to see real boxing. But 2017 is definitely delivering so far. Canelo says we offered him a significant offer. He got to take it. So let me know if you think Golovkin is trying to get more than what he's worth. I do think that maybe to a degree, like you look at Canelo when he fought Floyd, he got like $5 million or so, $5 million, $6 million base rate. I understand he got more on the back end and Mexico TV distributions and endorsement. I get that. But I'm talking about his flat rate, his base pay was like $5-6 million, and then he made his money on the back end. And so if they are offering Golovkin 10 to 15 million, which is either 2 or 3 times more than his highest, which was just the Kell Brook fight, he got like $5 million, and he had to travel overseas to do it, right? If it is 2 to 3 times, then, you know what I mean, maybe you are pricing yourself. How much are you thinking this fight's going to be worth, right? Especially with the age of streaming, I don't know. But Canelo might have a point there. Let me know what you guys think. Drop in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.